Hey everybody, it's Brandon, and I'm going to be showing you some really cool new dice, as you can see right there from Towerhouse Creative. And I've done some videos before, one of those being on the mill die, which is absolutely awesome if you play solo, if you're trying to create a story, try to work on a campaign. This will answer those questions, give you some variables and some kind of gray area. It's a really cool die, and it's still available. These are all on Etsy. And yeah, go check this one out. I got a video about it. You should definitely check out this die video right there to see if it's for you. And then we've got 3 other dice that are out. Now this one here is the Dyadic D20. I've done a video on this. It was a different color, so we've got a new color scheme for that. So let's put that aside. I'm going to talk about that at the end. And then we've got these 2 right here. Look at all these neat dice. So we've got the Newell dice and we've got the Bode. And so one thing that's really neat is that you always get a sticker and you get a little story element here, something to kind of help you get those creative juices flowing. And it's a little bit of fiction, but they're very fun as well. And there's always a different one for whichever product you pick out. So that's always, you always get those in those whenever you buy one of these. And of course, I'll have links if you want to check these out. So the first one we're going to look at here is going to be the Newell dice. And because I'm going to save this bad boy to the end, it's a really neat D4. I've never seen a D4 look like that. And I dig it. And I really like what this one can do for your NPCs, or maybe monsters that can actually reason and stuff. And I'm just going to go ahead and roll it. Let's do the white one first. And I think you're going to quickly understand what this thing does. So we've got a 6 and a 1. You can see there's a heart there. 6 means heart, friendly or welcoming, and 1 means skull, hostile or chaotic. So what we're going to do is, it's got a list right here. We're going to find the heart, because we rolled that one first. So it's on this back side here. So we've got the heart and the skull. The creature might seem friendly, but may lash out. The creature will kill for friends or aggressively protect those they care about. Let's do another one. We've got the wings and we've got the bag. And so we're going to go back here. The wings are flighty or fearful. The bag means bribery or bargaining. And so let's take a look. We've got right here, may be convinced to stay for a bribe, not reliable unless paid well. So you can see this is a very interesting way to interpret the kind of interactions you may have with an NPC or maybe a monster. So we'll roll again. Let's do one more. We've got the bag with the skull. And you can see here as we go through them, it's skull, wing, bag, miss, talk, and heart. And it's going to give you kind of a little bit of their basic interpretation of what they are. A simple die roll you could always just do and say, oh, this NPC is very diplomatic or talkative. This one is very flighty or fearful. Let's do this one here, the bag with the wings here. A bribe may convince this creature to flee or not to flee. A bribe may help the creature trust the PCs. A creature may attempt to bribe the party to leave it alone. So it's just a really neat way to, figure out what's going on with this NPC. They give you some examples here. Like there's some but, and, to be, but feel. So like the bandit seems hostile, but may talk. The villager seems flighty and fearful. There's some extra little things here about adding modifiers to it, some additional tips, such as using the great mill die as well. Consider using the dice, to kind of change your results up a little bit. And it's just a neat way if you're having some really quick on the fly. There's an NPC that showed up, maybe you've rolled it up or something, or you're working on something a little bit more deep. You've got it with this set right here. Really cool. I like rolling it up just to see what it says and then trying to interpret it, especially if you're working on something, what that means within the thing that you're working on. Because just rolling it here, it's like, well, there's nothing really, it's in my brain that I'm working on because I'm just doing this video here. But should I be sitting down actually creating something? We've got this right here, fearful or flighty, but seems good-natured and friendly, will flee if any aggression is sensed. So just a really neat dice. I really dig that one a lot. And so now we're going to take a look at the Bode. Now, Bode it's just a neat die. So right off the bat, what we can do is we can say, you know what? Let's just roll it up and see what we get. We get treasure. Then we're going to go here. And we've got treasure right here, something tangible value or utility to the players, from mundane supplies to magical artifacts. We've got let's see. Let's just go back up the list here. 3 is a tale, an element of narrative significance, a clue, story hook, NPC, monster, sign, or encounter, or environmental storytelling detail. And then we've got number 2. That's going to be a trick, an overt challenge, puzzle, mechanism, or situation requiring player ingenuity or specific character interaction and skill checks. And then we've got number 1, the trap, a hidden physical or magical hazard with potential negative consequences. But what you're going to do is you're going to roll it, And again, we got treasure. Apparently they really want me to get some treasure here, this die does. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the treasure section here. So you'll roll it again, roll a d4, and so we've got 3. And 3 means a notable cache, a small to moderate stash of high-value coins or gems, and they give you some examples, or a non-magical item of clear utility, quality, tool, map, key, minor trade good. And I can say maybe 3 or 4, I get that second one. I get the first one, I get the actual stash of coins. And is it coins or is it gems? Well, it's going to be coins, and you see how that works. So each one of these has a listing. So we've got the trick. It may have something that deals with maybe making a test, a dexterous interaction. The tail might have something that involves maybe evidence of tracks of a monster, or maybe a kill from the monster, a clue dealing with maybe the environmental details, an item, maybe a non-treasure item with story significance. Number 4 could be an NPC, evidence of their belongings or their remains, or maybe a message left behind. So you can see how this is really going to help you, especially if you are, again, you're working on your campaign, you're working on encounters, or you're playing solo. This is just a really neat die. I like rolling it to see what it does. Oh, I've never seen it do that before. There's treasure. There's trap. Maybe it does that. There's treasure again. I just think it's neat. I think it's neat to throw this out there. I don't think many people are probably going to see one that's like this. And I really dig it. So there it is. We've got trick, tail, treasure. You can use it for a bonus table door state. You could say, there's number 3. That means it's a stuck or barred door. Roll it again. It's trapped. There's a lot of, again, some tips and techniques, how to use it. Use it for variety. How to describe stuff a little bit more vividly. Use it, with it. And it's very cool. Keep excitement high. Layering the results. Combine multiple bode rolls to create richer, more complex situations. Maybe it's locked, but there's also something else story-driven that's going to help get you past that puzzle. And then failure, complications. It's going to be maybe setbacks. Maybe it's noise or a delay. So just a really cool die, really cool shape, and I dig it. And then we've got the new Dyadic D20. This is a really neat way to put some dice together. So what you've got is obviously a normal D20. You roll either the blue or the cream colored die. Outlines are 1 through 10, and solids are 11 through 20. So that's going to be a 9. That's going to be 19. See how that works? Roll it again, and that's going to be a 0. A solid 0 is going to be 20. And I keep on rolling. There's 19 again. I'm really good rolling. So there's 9. So that's going to be a normal 9 because it's got the outline. You can use it as a D2. Outlines are 1 and solids are 2. You can use it as a D10. Roll the blue or cream colored die. Note zeros are 10. So we've got a 6. It doesn't really matter what you get on. That's going to be a 1. Done. And then you've got D100. Use the blue die for 10s and the cream for 1s. So we've got 86. See how that works? The result of 4 on blue and 3 on cream would be a 43. That's the examples. Zeros are 0, not 10s, and a roll of 0, 0 is 100. So very cool. The blue die, of course, goes first. So we've got 16. Just a different way of rolling up a D100. So there we go. Towerhouse Creative bringing it again with some really great tools to help create your campaign, your adventure, your story. Give your NPCs a little bit more oomph and a little bit more mental ambiguousness, and try to control that and figure out what's going on. And then the bowed dice is really cool for whatever may be a hurdle for your players. And it's just neat. They're great dice, and I really appreciate them being sent to me to show y'all. And as it is on Etsy, it's not always something that people might actually know about. I'll have the links if you want to go check them out. They'll be over there and you can pick them up. And I really dig all 3 of these sets. And this is one I think that everybody should have. And don't forget about the great mill die as well. This thing is absolutely fantastic. I like rolling it big. No and. It's no and there's a reason why. Or maybe there's something more to it than that. So there we go. We got the Newell dice, the bowed, the mill die, and the Dyadic D20. So there you go. Hope these have been helpful for you. Check them out. See if you like them for your game, your campaign, or just to show at the table. Try to give a little bit more spice to your creative juices. So there it is. Thanks a lot, guys.